started and why you started, and what's next? Where are you going to take now? You've got this. Where can you make a better guitar than that?
We sure can.
All right.
We already do.
Good.
Lisa, would you mind getting a Bedell limited edition? Of course. Thank you very much. Well, our company's name is Two Old Hippies. And
Which I like for some reason.
well, when I was in the 1960s, when I was in high school, everybody played guitars. That was just the, you know, we had our garage bands, and schools had their schools always had their Friday night dances, and it was a chance where there were a lot of places for us to play. And so first I gave guitar lessons, then I started bringing guitars in from Japan, putting my name on them, and I actually sold my own brand of guitars back in the 60s.
Under this same name?
Under the Bedell name. And then I went off and did a normal career and retired, and I wasn't much good at retirement, so my wife and I were sitting around saying, what do we want to do? And we said, let's start up a company, we'll call it Two Old Hippies, I'll do guitars, and she does clothing, and here we are.
This is just beautiful.
Isn't that a beautiful inlay?
Look at that.
This is made handcrafted in Bend, Oregon.
We'll shoot this up close. We'll cut it in.
And just look at the inlay work. It's just, and then this is, of course, a bloodwood trim, but look at that nice wood inlay there. And that's all wood.
And who does your inlay? Is that you?
We have a little sweetheart in our shop called Angela.
We should give Angela some credit.
Angela is just incredible at this kind of work.
Amazing.
She's a terrific artist, but she's also got that just handcrafted skill.
And I sort of like this day and age. You know, it used to be only dots and only rock stars got to have cool stuff on their necks. I don't need to be a rock star to own this guitar.
We call this our baby peace sign.
Yeah.
See, if you see, that's the Bedell logo, the peace sign, and then that's the center part of it. So this is supposed to make you feel
I got to tell you,
peaceful and wonderful when you play it.
what happens here is what I like.
Yeah. Try this out and see what you think. Almost all acoustic guitars have a two-piece back. That's the best way to build them. And then these are all book backs. So that's one piece of wood that we use.
Just roll over. I love that. It's so beautiful.
This is Jason Bowerman.
Hi, Jason. My question was the X bracing. Can you tell me what's going on underneath here? What's important to me is a big old soundboard.
One of the things that we've done on all the Bedell models that we're making in the United States is that we've shifted the X bracing forward a little bit on the sound towards the sound hole, which opens up that entire resonant area. So really the X is crossed right under the apex of the wings.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which leaves this whole area free to resonate.
So this whole area now is soundboard.
Yeah.
So even on the smaller models, you're going to have a big old soundboard.
That's right.
And you go up in size, it just gets better, I imagine.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
And let's talk about scale. Let's talk about tuners. Tell me about all the little details that you know about.
Sure, nothing but the best for these guitars. We're using a made in the USA Waverly tuners with the old butterbean knobs. They're gold plated. We've got a nice little back strap on here for extra strength and stability. Bloodwood binding. We're using a EVO gold fret wire, which is real hard wearing, long lasting. And then all the trim and appointments are solid wood, of course, throughout. We've got bloodwood and then ebony and koa, Hawaiian koa wood for the actual purfling and rosette. And then ebony fittings for the bridge, bone nut and saddle, of course.
And it's these tone woods that you're using that gives it the richness. It's not just how you build it. It's really the wood that makes this happen, isn't it?
Guitar building's a lot like making a good dish if you're cooking.
That's right.
And,
exactly.
You need good ingredients and a good recipe.
And if you don't have both,
throw in a few spices here.
I gotta have a little spice. Well, that's what this is right here.
Absolutely.
Right? That's just gorgeous. And this is the limited edition.
We'll be doing one guitar per week throughout the the year, about 50 instruments, each one unique and different, so no two the same.
Right.
And what's going to be kind of fun is that the owners of the guitar will have the opportunity to name their guitar.
Oh, sweet.
And we'll send them actually a birth certificate after they sign.
That's a brilliant idea. I love that. So now let's talk about price point. This is the limited edition, so this is probably top of the line.
4,999.
That's pretty reasonable for a limited edition, top of the line, handmade, tone wood, top of the line hardwood guitar.
Case.
We can find a price point for just about anybody. So let's
From $299
to
to
$4 grand.
Yeah,
So
that people can learn on.
let's take a look at that. That's a good one. All right, so this is the same quality workmanship.
Yep.
A little different materials, and here's what we get. This one plug in. Whoops. Nope. Okay. So just for comparison, let's play a little bit of Enjoy. Just as easy to play. $300 guitar is what you're telling me?
Yep.
All right, tell me what this is made out of. This is fun to play too.
This is a Sitka spruce top, Alaska Sitka spruce. It's a
screen.
laminate mahogany back and sides. It's mahogany neck with a rosewood, Indian rosewood fretboard and bridge.
How could you manage to accomplish this for such a reasonable price? This is with a case?
It comes with a gig bag.
A gig bag?
Yeah, it's kind of a carrying case.
Yeah.
If you wanted to really protect it, you might want to buy something a little bit more.
So if you have a music store who caters to beginners, let's say, this is probably a good model to stock because it's pretty reasonable.
all
It's
of
a gig
us
bag.
had our first guitar we tried to learn on. Mine was a Stella.
Oh, mine was too. The action was like an
my
inch and a
God.
half.
I don't know how I ever got that F chord down, you know?
Oh, the F.
Right up
the
against
F.
the nut, trying to do
Yeah.
that F chord on that Stella. Just, you know, you had the lines across your fingers,
Yeah.
and we persisted, but a lot of kids don't.
Yeah.
So now this is the guitar you can start on, and as you can see, it's terrific
It's
to play.
just right out of the
It
box.
sounds good. It's fun to play.
A lead guitar, and it feels like my
We've got a
Fender.
radius fretboard. We've done all the things to make this a great guitar to learn on.
And it's just as easy to play single note because of the way this action flows and something about these frets. You said these are gold wire frets. Now, on the other, are
On the
these?
other.
These are
No, these are regular
steel frets.
Yep.
And
But they're all radius.
there's something
If you
about
notice-
your
if you notice
process.
There's a little bit of a radius.
Yeah.
To it, and it makes it more comfortable to play.
It certainly does. And you don't sort of feel it on the back of your thumb.
It's not sticky.
I have a really bad habit of this. Do you have that habit from old Stella days?
My fingers aren't quite as big
Oh,
as,
maybe
as
so.
you can see.
Maybe so. For my old Stella days, because I couldn't get that, my big high action guitars, I've developed this terrible habit of the big
and
old
so
thumb.
if you have rough frets, then
So if I have rough frets up there, man, it tears me up after 2 hours of playing.
Yeah.
Well, this is wonderful. All right, now let's take a look at something around the $1,000 mark. And this is the beauty of a guitar company like this, is that they do think about you. They know that some of you are brand new at this and you're just going to buy your first guitar. And what they're trying to do is make a guitar that you won't give up on. So many guitars these days have the action so high, or you gotta buy it and take it in and have them finish the frets off and dial in the action. These are coming out of the box like this on a $299 guitar
Yeah, there you go.
with a gig bag. All right, let's pass this one off.
Okay, now this is 100% all solid wood. This is an African sapelli, solid material, a flame maple bind, an ebony fretboard, ebony bridge, ebony veneer headstock, Grover tuners, and play and listen to the balance that this guitar gives you.
Across.
For a little parlor, this is just an incredible guitar.
For compatibility, let's do a little Enjoy and then we'll do something quiet. And listen to that. This note is the same as this note in volume.
Perfectly balanced. When you record with this, you don't even have to equalize it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I like that. I'm not good with an
Love this
equalizer.
guitar.
Yeah. All right, let's play something pretty now. Put this here.
Yeah.
it's the same volume all the way across. On my 12 string, I actually use my equalizer sort of as an independent volume control for all of my strings.
Right.
This is not going to be necessary with this guitar.
And this is only $1,000, $999.
This is $1,000 and this is hard shell case.
With a hard shell case.
And these are Grigor tuners, you said, is that right? Beautiful. This is just, for a small guitar, I can't believe the sound. I don't know if you can make it out on the video, but I can't believe the sound that's coming out of this guitar. And look where the mic is. It's not even in front of the hole. And with fingers, it's the same. Just fun to play. You may not be able to get rid of me today. All right, I'm dying to see the 12 string, but I'm putting it off to last. Show me one more before the 12 string. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. You can hear the echo off of that grain.
It's a Madagascar rosewood, and it's a Engelmann spruce top with Adirondack bracing. So this is designed that you can play it gentle, but you can totally dive in as hard as you want and it will not collapse on you.
I like that. This is your peace sign again, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Look at that.
This is called
the Bedell Award. Right, there I got it.
Yeah. It's the Bedell Award series.
That's all right, I got it. All right, here we go. A little enjoy. A picker. That is just fun to pick. That's just fun to play right there. And again, I'm feeling the heat back here. I like that.
Right with you.
And also, because I'm a baritone, I also tend to rely on this for tone when I'm singing, and I'm feeling everything right here. This is just lovely. That's magic. How do you get them to do that? You build them well. That's it. Because you thought about it and you did it right. And again, this is all front brace, but this is Adirondack.
With the Adirondack bracing, which is a stiffer material. So the Adirondack is real stiff, and the Engelmann is a softer material.
Right.
So where we brace it, we're getting it's almost like a sports car with a stiffer suspension. So as you play this, you're activating that top.
That top part.
And if you notice, the harder you play it, the more the guitar
more volume. Yeah.
Right.
The more resonance.
A lot of guitars, the harder you punch it, it starts to collapse on you.
Yeah.
It just the guitar doesn't want to stay there with you.
It's almost a over-compressed sound in some cases. Yeah.
Right. And all of a sudden, it's like you're pushing it, and you're not, and it's just not coming with you. Right. With this one, the harder you push that, the more the guitar just.
Because you're activating the subtle difference
between the
wood.
There's a really fun emotional thing that happens. Because the way it vibrates here, and it's going, you just want to play more.
Yeah,
you want to play more.
That's what it feels like.
And pretty soon, you're playing too fast and you're playing too loud.
You really love this stuff, don't you? I love to find a guy with passion who's building guitars like this.
Yeah, so give us another riff.
Let's play a little tune, shall we? Let's try Cozy. It's raining, kicking through the leaves. I have found I would miss that sound if it should disappear. things that I have a problem with is my voice is in the same place as the guitar, and often I will cancel each other out. That's not happening here. There's some balance in your mid-range that is actually making a difference the way it interacts with my voice. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. Usually if I sing a D note into a poorly equalized guitar, some people will either hear my voice only or only my guitar. People with normal undamaged hearing will probably hear both. But my wife, for instance, loses me. Maybe it isn't entirely unintentional, but she loses me right around in this range. When I'm singing that song, and I approach that area of the frequency spectrum, I'm not disappearing. That's astounding in an acoustic guitar, I have to say. That's a special thing. All right, we had